Out there today with just a few isolated storms or showers that popped up during the afternoon hours and early evening, and now we're watching some storms that have redeveloped over parts of northwest Georgia, some of these containing some heavy rain with them, and even a couple of thunder and lightning areas here up around Rome, stretching into parts of Bartow County, down into parts of Paulding County. We'll take a closer look at those coming up here in just a second. But first here, zooming into the Atlanta area, we're rain-free, but we do have a few clouds that have been pushing into our area through the evening hours. In fact, that cloud cover kind of blocking a little bit of the sunset tonight. That was at 8 o'clock. We'll talk more about that timing of that sunset coming up also in just a little bit too. But again, we don't have any rain here. That closest rain to us is over into Paulding County and up around Dallas and moving into the northern parts of the county and then up into these areas of Bartow County and Floyd County. That's where we have a little bit more rain here with that area that just really developed. Look at that. You can see there how a couple of hours ago nothing was going on. It's not like this moved in from Alabama or anything, not a line coming in. It just right there started developing right around the Rome area and then kind of grew out of that excuse me, over into parts of Bartow County. We still have a couple of lightning strikes in association with this here. It has already moved through Rome and is pretty much to the east of Rome right now. We have some pockets of red in there indicating some heavy rain. That stretches over into parts of Bartow County near Kingston, stretching down toward Harley. We have a couple of moderate showers there. Not quite to Cartersville, but it looks like this will be moving into Cartersville coming up really within the next few minutes here. I-75 right there through Cartersville. There's Emerson going on up toward the north and the west. The interstate is dry right now, but it does look like this will make it to the interstate, hopefully weakening a little bit as it moves over toward the east. It's not a fast movement, it's just kind of drifting over to that easterly direction. And then as we move back down into Paulding County, you see a little bit of this lighter rain in Dallas and into the northern part of the county as well, but that's not anywhere over us here in the metro area. Back into Alabama, we have a few additional showers that we're keeping an eye on. These have some thunder and lightning there north of Birmingham along Interstate 65, and then a few additional showers back into parts of Mississippi, and then also moving into the southwestern parts of Alabama, over there to the south and west of Montgomery, a little thunder and lightning with that. Now, it's possible with these clouds increasing in our area tonight, we could see a couple of showers here. In fact, our models are actually showing a few showers possible in parts of northwest Georgia here early tomorrow morning. And then in the metro area, our rain chance tomorrow is mainly going to be only isolated showers that could pop up into the afternoon and evening hours. And then on out to the west, look at this, a severe thunderstorm watch over into parts of Kansas right now, around Wichita. Some of that moves into the western parts of Missouri, and then we have additional showers and storms into Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio as well, getting in on just a few of those showers that are well up to the north. Here is a live look. This is our tower cam. As you can see that here at Arizona Avenue in DeKalb County, looking westward toward the city. And we saw that nice sunset tonight that, again, it was blocked out by a few clouds around. And now you can see some of the clouds that we have out there in the sky. I know it's dark. It's hard to see those clouds that we have out there right now. This is a live look in Rome. Notice how the streets are wet. Earlier, when I kind of got this camera ready for this extended weather update here on 11 Alive Plus and Weather Impact 24/7, it was raining really hard in Rome. That red that I showed you just to the east of Rome right now was on top of Rome and giving them a good bit of rain. In breezy conditions, you can still see the flags blowing there, but for the most part, the back edge of that rain has already moved away from Rome, but those roads are still wet. So they had a really good downpour in Rome and over parts of Floyd County just a little while ago. In fact, some of those still in the eastern parts of Floyd County right now, moving over into Bartow County. This is our live look over the city of Atlanta, where we had some showers that moved through the city a little bit earlier, but those have all now gone away, and it's been dry here for a little while. Now, speaking of sunsets, as I mentioned just a few moments ago, I shared this yesterday on social media, how we were getting near the end of the 8 p.m. sunsets. And tonight was the last Atlanta sunset at or after 8 o'clock until we get into April. So yeah, that was it. Tomorrow's sunset is going to be at 7:59, and then those sunsets keep getting earlier and earlier and earlier as we go through those fall months and get closer to winter. Now tomorrow, here's a look at what we expect. Again, a lot of areas are going to stay dry. There will be just a few isolated showers that are going to pop up. Again, that rain chance is at about 30% here for your Thursday. And they would be isolated. Now, we may have one round of showers over parts of northwest and north Georgia early tomorrow, then a break around lunchtime, and then for the metro area tomorrow, we'll have a chance for just a few of those isolated showers here. So there will be a lot of dry hours during the day. A lot of us may even get through the whole day without seeing any rain at all, but I also want you to know that there may be one of those showers that could pop up over you. So that's why you need to keep your umbrella there with you or in your car nearby so that you can use it if one of those showers happens to pop up over your head. Look at the almanac for today. We got up to 85 degrees. Now, for a big part of the afternoon, when I was monitoring our temperatures, I was seeing lower 80s, but we did bump up to the mid 80s there for a brief period this afternoon for that official high temperature. Our low this morning was 67. These temperatures still a couple of degrees below average, a couple of degrees below average for the low, a couple of degrees below average here for the high, and nowhere near the records though. The record for the state is 98 degrees set in 1925. Still no rain, and now that rainfall deficit is approaching 1 inch below where we should be in rainfall for the year. Here's a look at the last 20 hours, and you can see where we had those temperatures that made it down. There you see that 67 at 5 o'clock, then it bumped up to 69, then 68 at 7 and 8, held in the 70s until around lunchtime when it was 79. Then, look at this, we bumped up at 3 o'clock to 85 for just a brief period with some of that sunshine. And then we started coming back down to the lower 80s, and then now we are in the mid 70s at about 76 degrees. Now, the thing we're going to be watching tomorrow, I had mentioned a chance for just a few isolated showers at only 30%. That's not a huge rain chance, right? But the ones that develop in far north Georgia have the potential to turn strong. The Storm Prediction Center has a level 1 risk up into parts of Tennessee and also into North Carolina, but that does include roughly the northern tier of counties here in North Georgia for tomorrow, that a couple of those could turn strong. The main threats would be some pockets of heavy rain, thunder and lightning, and some strong winds. This isn't like a tornado developer or anything like that, but just know that there could be some isolated stronger storms up in North Georgia. Now for the metro area, we're not in that level 1 of 5 risk. We're just in the general category of general showers or general thunder showers that could develop, but we don't expect those to potentially turn severe. Here's a look at the mild air over our area right now, 76 in Atlanta. Marietta's at 75, Rome 77. Even with that rain that just came through there, temperatures didn't really fall that much or anything. They were held right there at 77. We do have 60s in Blairsville and Clayton. We have the lower 70s, though, in Lawrenceville at 71, 72 in Gainesville, and Athens right now at 67 degrees. But it's going to be getting really warm tomorrow. Even after these comfortable temperatures here for the evening hours, we're going to be headed back up into the upper 80s tomorrow. So today was 85, a couple degrees below the average. Tomorrow will be at 1 degree above average. The average high for this time of year is 87. We're going to be up to about 88 degrees here for tomorrow afternoon. So we start off at 67. Low rain chance in the morning. I think that would mainly be northwest Georgia. Then mainly dry for the lunchtime hour. And then once we get into the afternoon, that's when we'll see a little better chance for just a few of those isolated showers that could pop up here and there. But that high temperature up to 88 degrees, that's going to be, again, a little bit above the average. And it gets even hotter after that. On Friday and Saturday, we're looking for high temperatures to make it up into those lower 90s. Here's a look at the forecast track. We will see dry conditions here tonight. And then this is what I'm talking about for tomorrow morning. If some of that moisture in Alabama makes it here, it may cross over into northwest Georgia and parts of West Georgia. I think this model is overdoing this, and I'm really anxious to see what the model that comes out right before 11 o'clock is going to show, and I'll share that with you tonight at 11 here on 11 Alive News and 11 Alive Plus. But that sweeps through in the morning hours, and then at lunchtime, we're mainly dry here in Atlanta with a couple of those showers exiting. Then we see additional isolated showers popping up for the afternoon hours here in the metro area. And again, that rain chance is at about 30%. Not widespread, not everybody getting hit at the same time, just that hit and miss variety that'll be developing. But the ones that develop could have some moderate, maybe even some pockets of heavy rain with them, like this one that's going over toward Athens and on the east side around 5 o'clock tomorrow. Then we dry out for Thursday evening, and then Friday looks like a mainly dry day. When I advance through this, you see here that once we get into the afternoon hours, it's trying to show a little bit of green over on the east side. That would really be that less than 20% chance for a shower here on Friday. The thing that you'll really notice though on Friday is going to be how hot it is. And that's when we get up to 92 degrees. This will be the first time in Atlanta getting into the 90s in a little bit over 2 weeks. August 21st was the last time that we made it up to the lower 90s here. So yeah, it's been a little while. Then on Saturday, this model trying to show a couple showers up in far north Georgia. I really think that a lot of those will die out before they move into our area. We're just going with a 20% chance for a shower here on Saturday. Tech game is in town. Georgia game is in Athens, so we've got a lot of folks who are going to be outside here going through the weekend. The rain chances, time out like this. We've got that 30% chance Thursday. We're not going with any rain chances for Friday, then a 20% chance Saturday into Sunday, then drying out here on Monday too. Cooler air will move back into our area going into Monday as well. So here's a look at the rain chances between now and Friday evening. As I mentioned, there's not going to be a lot of the rain around. Any rain that could come around Atlanta might give us 0.2 of an inch, most likely less than 1/4 of an inch of rain here. That moisture that I showed you going through parts of north and west Georgia might bring it up to about a 1/2 inch up in the Canton area. So again, not a lot of rain coming through, but just a few of those spotty showers that we'll be dealing with. Here's a look at the temperatures, how they are rising. I mentioned today was 85. We'll be 3 degrees warmer tomorrow, going up to 88. Then on Friday, 92. Saturday, 91. And then back to 85 Sunday. We're going to have a front come through here on Sunday. Again, low rain chance for the weekend at 20% both Saturday and Sunday. But then with this front, it is going to cool down on Monday. We're going to get an easterly flow setting up on the backside of that front, and that could build a little bit of a wedge and bring us some of that cooler air going down to 79 degrees here for your Monday. Let's take a quick look at the tropics right now, as we are getting closer to the statistical peak of hurricane season. That is on September 10th. And ironically, as we're nearing the peak of the season, we don't have a lot going on right now. We have some convection right now in the Gulf here in the southern parts of Florida, down near Cuba, along the Bahamas. We've got some convection there, a little bit of that out in the Atlantic. The main thing that we're watching, though, is this system here that was developing, a wave that was developing over Africa. It's been over the water now for a couple of days. It's getting a little better organized, and the National Hurricane Center is giving this a 40% chance of developing over the next 2 days, 80% chance over the next 7 days. And when I say developing, I mean potentially getting organized enough to be classified as a tropical depression or a tropical storm. And I'll tell you, the models that we're looking at for this system do show it becoming at least Gabrielle, which would be a tropical storm, but we think it would become a hurricane as well. Now, here's where the differences start to come in. This red blob that you see here is just from the National Hurricane Center, indicating an area where we could see that wave get elevated to a tropical depression or a tropical storm. But this goes like 7 days out, just there to the, maybe to the northern Leeward Islands. The models are not in agreement as to where this is going to go. Some of the models show it kind of clipping the northern Leeward Islands and then getting near the Bahamas and curving away. Other models show it just staying north and then curving away. There is another model, though, that does show it getting closer to the U.S., but that is about 2 weeks out if that were to even happen. And we just don't know yet where it's going to go. It's our job as meteorologists to look at the models and look for trends here. And then as we get closer, that's when we can be a little more specific in pinpointing a track. 30% chance for a shower here Thursday with highs near 88. There's the hot weather for Friday and Saturday, lower 90s for highs. We do go back to a 20% chance for a shower on Saturday and on Sunday. Then mainly dry Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. With that wedge, we may still have a few clouds around, but I'm not really going with any rain chances right now, but it will be cooler. 79 for a high on Monday, 80 Tuesday, then 83 here for your Wednesday. So a lot to watch here over the next few days with the lower rain chances here for Thursday, hotter air Friday and Saturday, then cooler air coming in to next week. A lot of ups and downs here during this period. Be sure to watch 11 Alive News tonight at 11 o'clock. We'll have another update for you there on 11 Alive, 11 Alive Plus, and here on Weather Impact 24/7. We will also have more weather updates for you throughout the day here tomorrow as we're watching those temperatures rise and tracking some of those isolated showers developing. Thanks for watching tonight.